our stitching and other stuff. If you're new, welcome. We are a mom and daughter team with my kids joining us for some of it. And normally we're not together. Normally we are on Zoom because we live on opposite sides of the mountains in Washington State. And we're together. And we're outside. So when we first,
sorry about that.
Yeah. I got all set up and sat down waiting for you to come out. And somebody was weed whacking just a yard over. And I was like, really?
You know why they were out weed whacking on Father's Day? Because it's the first sunny day we've had in like 6 months.
Yeah.
No, not really, but kind of.
Oh, yeah. It's been rainy. We've been here most of the week and it's been cloudy and rainy most of the days. But today is nice.
Yeah. And like Friday, we were out because we did a little errand to Threadneedle Street. Yeah. And it was kind of raining on our way there. And then we were in that little town for a couple of hours, 3 hours maybe. Mm-hmm. By the time we left to come home, it was raining so hard. It was in dark. Yeah. It was like a fall day. It was like a November rainstorm. Yeah, it was pretty bad. Hey, can you do me a favor? My knitting bag is hanging on the closet door in the hallway where my purse is. It's a little yellow and blue bag. Can you bring that here? The main hallway by the front door.
Oh, there's only 2 hallways.
I have a really big house with lots of hallways.
No, there's 2 hallways, one to the bedrooms and one to the front door.
Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, it is sunny today, kind of sunny. It's just surprising because it wasn't supposed to have a chance to rain.
No,
but
yeah, it's nice. We're going to grill tonight for Father's Day. Happy Father's Day to all the dads we know are probably watching us. Happy Father's Day to your men in your life, I guess. I don't know if we have any men.
We should acknowledge Juneteenth, which is a new federal holiday. Well, I don't know who else is going to have it off, but I will give you a PSA right now. Post office is closed tomorrow.
Oh, really?
They get it.
They're taking it off.
I'm sure the banks are closed too. It's an official.
I did not realize
it's an official federal holiday. So
happy Juneteenth.
Yeah. It's kind of a.
Not yet.
It'll be one of those rotating ones because it'll always be on the 19th, so it'll always be on different days.
Oh yeah, right.
Yeah.
So it won't be like always a Monday or something.
Right.
I kind of like those ones that rotate. Fun.
I like it when they fall on a Friday because then I don't have to use PTO.
Oh yeah.
I can save the holiday pay.
Yeah.
And because we're approaching that season where there's the 4th of July and then there's Labor Day. And then, well, my work doesn't give me Veterans Day, but I take it because my husband gets it off. And then there's Thanksgiving and we get the day after. It's like we're moving into that season where there's a holiday like every month to 2 months. Whereas from like February to May, there's nothing.
Yeah. Well, presidents. Do you get President's Day off?
Yeah, but I mean, February. Yeah. So anyway, that's my little nugget for y'all. We're missing one girl. Okay.
We're getting surrounded.
We
should do your previous finish though.
Oh,
they can wait a minute.
Sarah brought this previous finish out. I think I might have shown it once before.
Probably.
But in honor of my going to Shepherd's Bush, I was thinking we should do a Shepherd's Bush along. But
oh, that would be fun.
Anyway,
that would be really fun.
I stitched this many years ago. I don't think it's dated. Did I date it in there? No, I did not.
But if you're thinking it was when I was in high school, then that would be.
When did you graduate?
2002.
So it probably was in the early 2000s, late 1990s. I was just telling Sarah, it was sitting up. I think Tina from Tina Stitches is stitching this one
right now.
But she doesn't. I think she's using her own flosses. I don't think it's really dirty. It needs to be reframed. It's pinned on the sides along foam core, which was kind of the thing to do. I graduated from lacing
you guys are bumping
to pinning at this point in my framing journey.
So there isn't loose threads hanging down the back.
No, this one looks pretty good.
Oh yeah, look at you guys. She really got better at it.
But I was telling Sarah, I remember working on this on a weekend trip to the ocean with my husband. A couple years in a row, or a couple years. My parents paid for us to go away for a weekend because we didn't have any money and they knew we wanted to get away. So one time we went away for a weekend and the kids were young enough that they all went to my good friend's house for the weekend. And then during that trip, she called me and said, guess what? So she had 4 kids. I have 4 kids. All of them, we found out, had been exposed to whooping cough. And granted, my kids were all vaccinated, but still, that doesn't always mean you're not going to. and they were all sick at her house. They were all like not feeling well. She sent me, I think I saw a picture later of you guys all laying on the floor on sleeping bags watching TV. But I wasn't coming, I was not coming home early for whooping cough. No.
We were on our own.
I either worked on it that time or this other time we went away to this little bed and breakfast was we were getting ready to go. Sarah was home. She was doing school online and my younger boys were home. And my husband had gone to pick my car up to take, because we were taking on a trip. He'd taken it in to get something was wrong with it and we got it fixed. And while I was waiting for him, I was packing up and all of a sudden we had an earthquake. And it was the last fairly good sized earthquake we've had. Enough that stuff was really rattling and I was, we got the kids under the doorways and stuff. And my husband was driving home on our street and the car was kind of weaving and he was like, what is wrong with this car now? Because he had no idea it was an earthquake. And we thought, okay, well, nothing fell. My hutch held nothing.
Some stuff fell out of the pantry, like a couple canned goods.
Oh yeah, but it
no
seemed
furniture.
It seemed pretty good. So we thought we should be fine. It's not like we live in California. There's going to be another mega aftershock or anything. Well, we then loaded up the car. He and I started driving, and the farther away from home we got, the more damage we saw had happened, and like power outage, like all the lights on Auburn Way were out. Restaurants were closed because they didn't have any power. One of the big we saw later in downtown Seattle, they really got like people that were up in the high rises. Our neighbor was one of those gals. They were stuck up there because the elevators weren't working, but also those buildings do sway.
Yeah. And
she was so traumatized, Rhonda, that she ended up having to quit her job. She could not work in a high-rise building. She had such bad PTSD from that event. Whoa. Yeah. And here I was like, let's go to the ocean and leave the kids home alone.
That'll be fine.
So it was one of those 2 times that I worked on this.
I remember, so I'm 12 years older than my youngest brother, and I don't know where Austin must have been with you. So Sam and I were together. I don't know where he was exactly, but I was in like our living room watching, I was doing like a satellite TV. It was kind of pre-internet school.
Yeah.
So it wasn't really online, but it was like distance school. So I was watching the lesson for math. You guys are bumping the table. So stop touching it because it makes the whole thing shake. And I remember grabbing Sam. I knew like right away, oh, this is an earthquake. I grabbed Sam and got him into the doorway that's now your bedroom. And I remember looking out to the living room where I had been sitting and seeing the floor.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. Up and down. Like it was so bizarre. I'll never forget. It was like waves. The floor itself was like,
oh, I didn't know that you saw that.
Up and down in waves. It was so crazy.
You
were in the other room.
I was across the hallway in the other bedroom, which was our master bedroom in our bathroom. So I was in the bathroom getting ready to go on the trip, I think. And I yelled for the boys. For some reason, I don't remember you being there though.
I was there. Yeah. I had Sam in that doorway.
So maybe Austin came into the doorway with me then.
He probably did.
Because they say, get under, we don't have, well, you don't go under a cellar for an earthquake. They say get in a bathroom or in a strong doorway.
Yeah.
And that was the first earthquake we had in a long time.
That's the only one I can remember.
Yeah. I bumped it that time. Sorry.
Okay. I mean, it's fine.
Yeah, it's been a while. We're probably really due. And we really are due for like a really big one. So, I mean, they say it all the time.
Yeah. Yikes.
Well, and not only that, but within the last 15 years, they discovered a different fault line out off the Pacific coast, off of our coast. A big one, one of those fault lines. And it could be as devastating, if not more than like San Andreas.
Oh, wow.
If it goes.
To do some research on that.
And part of it's because of the water. We could have big tsunamis. So anyway, one more reason to get my little Fanny to Lewiston, Idaho, out of the earthquake zone.
And you'll be in the Yellowstone mega volcanic eruption.
I know. Which freaks your brother out.
We'd basically be extinct if that happened. So
yeah, you wouldn't have to worry about it.
You'd be dead.
You'd be gone like that. You'd be vaporized.
You'd be dead. No worries. No problem.
You'd be in heaven.
Idaho would be like
What? Okay. Well, we're gonna show. Let's let Rosie go first, I guess.
Yeah.
Rosie.
Oh, but anyway, wait a second. This is Shepherd's Bush, by the way. Did we ever say
what
that?
It's called? Well, you did because you said we should do a Shepherd's Bush.
It's sunflower something. You'll find it on their website. It's still on their website. It was a kit.
We should do maybe after the Smalls exchange is all we've done our meeting and stuff. leave us a comment if you'd be interested in doing a shepherd's bush stitch along, not an exchange, just a stitch
Just
along.
stitch along.
But then we could do kind of like a meeting, like we're doing for the
show
smalls
our-
exchange, but to just show your own.
Because I think a lot of
Okay.
people have commented that they have stitch and stuff, shepherd's bush stuff.
We have stitch and stuff.
We got a lot of stitch
Here,
and
come
a
on
lot
this
of
side
stuff.
with me, I'll scoot out. on
So
the other
anyway,
side.
yeah, we can look at that for the future.
That'd be kind of fun.
Another event.
Okay, oops, that was me. That was me.
This
bumping
is
her.
Rosie, the littlest
Rosie, How
one,
old are you, Rosie?
who's stitching away. She's
9.
9.
With her pigtails in that she asked for today.
You wanted little girl pigtails.
And her birthday outfit.
No, it's so cute.
Okay, what do you have to show? Are
Well, they had a birthday, 2 of them, that I was late to because of my trip. So she did get this little Hobby Lobby project
yeah, this
pouch.
cute bag.
And she got
It's
this
called Imagine Fairy.
Imagine Fairy.
Imagine Fairy. You got it started, didn't you?
And shock of all
Just a little
shocks,
bit.
my janky Joanne's actually had some cute kits. I couldn't believe it.
That is a cute one.
And not very expensive. I mean, for a little kit.
Shock of all
Yeah.
shocks.
And she got to
Got a
start
little
on the first
flower
little
set.
flower.
First one right in the middle. Are you doing it
Let me
backwards?
help
Here, sweetie.
Oh, no, you're doing it.
There you go. Okay, there you go.
Cute.
She started that
little-
today.
Bag is so cute. Do you want to show the inside of it?
Did
What
you
is that inside?
see that there was a piece of floss that was sitting on the
Yeah,
bag?
she-
Okay. Yeah, she's got a place for her scissors.
Is this a
She
needle?
has,
Needle thing.
uh-huh.
And it's also, yeah. you could tuck
She
your
also
needles in
got
there.
a couple
Floss
other
it.
haul.
Yeah, do you have your other haul? Do you have
Well, I
other
gave you
projects
another
that she
kit,
gave you?
didn't I?
Is it in here? Oh, you should show it. This is the other things. Oh, and the stuff you bought. Do you
Yeah,
want to
you
show that
I
now?
bought this.
Here, I'll hold it.
You bought that.
She
With
bought this at Threadneedle Street on our outing. We'll post a
And
picture.
this.
Fabric.
white fabric.
And
Where's the rest of the things you got?
This is called Country Cottage Needleworks Forest Bear.
Oh, no, it's called Welcome to
And
the
then we
Forest. isn't
got
it?
a couple
Forest
here,
bear.
these things.
Yeah.
Okay,
I got
so to
some
go with
buttons.
forest bear.
Oh, to go with this, she wants to embellish
Yeah,
because
they're all
Threadneedle
about
buttons.
Street has
Buttons.
racks of buttons. She got a little toadstool.
She bought this with her egg money.
Yeah,
that they've
we
been
talked.
raising.
Yeah, they have a little egg business in case you didn't know. They sell
So they
eggs.
have had a little pool of money
So
that they
they,
decided to
Get
spend
over
out
$100.
of.
so she bought all the stuff for this project.
And then you also got, okay,
Yeah,
Yeah.
you show that and I'll do that.
and this was the other little kit she got for her birthday. It's called Taco Time.
And all the little pieces, all the
Yeah.
threads and stuff. That one did come with a chipboard.
Did it? Oh, good. Oh,
with
it
them
did. Oh,
already in
yay.
and braided. You didn't do
Oh,
that?
no, I did not.
Braided.
Yeah, I don't even remember who made this kit.
Taco time. Signed by Marianne Savage. But that's
Yeah, I don't,
New York.
Needlework Kit, Works Crafts Incorporated.
Don't know.
Anyway,
Okay.
it's cute.
So you decided though to start the little fairy one.
We're
Huh?
starting the
Yeah.
fairy. It's pretty cute, lots of pretty colors. It's a big pattern for you. That's kind of your first big one.
Have you done any bigger ones like that?
I mean, that's not a
No.
lot. It's got a big
No,
border all the
your
way
Pen
around.
Pals
it.
one was you're
I
probably
had
your
a
next
big
biggest one.
border. I actually had 2 borders.
On Pen Pals,
Yeah, but not big like
but
this.
this will be a bigger piece.
It's gonna be bigger.
Be a bigger finish.
Yeah.
When it's all done, it'll be a bigger piece of fabric.
Okay,
Cute.
good
Okay.
job.
I guess Millie says she's going next and we're gonna bicker about it. So
Of course. Sisters, sisters.
say your name. How old you are. Millie, you had a bunch of comments on your finish last week. You want me to read them to
I
you?
didn't finish last week.
You showed your Christmas finish.
Yeah, your
Oh,
Christmas
yeah.
finish.
Do you want me to
forgot.
read you the comments? They were super sweet. There. Okay, so let me get to it just a second. Let's see. Heather, the full disclosure stitcher, that's Heather Miller, says, spectacular finish, Millie, congratulations. Tina says, what a wonderful, from Tina Stitches, what a wonderful finish from Millie. I expect she'll be hitting up Beloved soon. the week. Are you? No.
Yes.
Susan Parker says, congrats to Millie. That's an awesome finish and great perseverance on her part, like the girls of yesteryear used to do to finish their samplers. She also said, by the way, Kim, I checked in my DMC floss book and there is no 3373.
Yeah.
there is a misprint in the pattern.
There is, or else it was a special. My Threadneedle Street gal told me that there were some special color
Oh.
packs that came out with DMCs, like in the well, there was one of Liddy's we couldn't find because it was part of that from 2013. She says
Mm.
designers shouldn't even be using those colors. So it maybe was one of those, maybe not. It might be a
Oh.
typo. But I figured out on her pattern that it's an orange because I think it's on a pumpkin.
Aunt Nancy says, that is an awesome finish, Millie.
It wasn't.
She also needs Brenda's address. Can you remind me later?
Okay.
Brenda Foy says, speaking of Brenda, says, beautiful finish, Millie. We have had a heat index of 110
Oh,
in
I'm
Wilmington,
so
North
sorry.
Carolina this week. Whew.
It felt like
Sandy
110.
says, kudos to Millie. Great finish.
Here, this is Beloved.
Beloved is the one that
This one.
Tina
Oh,
Stitches
yeah.
is working on. If you haven't, we've talked
See?
about it many times before because
Liddy?
we're just,
Liddy,
Mimi has it pulled up.
that's Beloved. That's part
If
of
you haven't seen
Beloved.
Beloved, go follow Tina Stitches and see her beautiful.
She is so
almost
close
done
to a finish too.
on that
Here's a
huge
bigger
pattern.
piece of it.
Yeah. It's beautiful.
It's all blacks and grays and
Now you can
Ugh.
show it. Yeah.
okay. So
Thanks. Say thanks for all this nice comments.
Thanks for all the nice comments.
yes, they were very sweet to you. So she
This
got
is
a
another
little
gift we
bigger
got from you.
pattern, pattern booklet or whatever you want to call it. It's actually really
So
not.
I
I
have
know. I
like
want one for my hay.
I know.
This would actually be perfect for my hay.
Huh? Yeah, it's got a place for
Spots, like little
flosses.
zippers, pouches
Uh-huh.
for your flosses. Probably wouldn't have enough zippers for a hay. basket.
Bigger, no,
It has
bigger.
bigger pockets for the stuff.
Uh-huh.
For notions and things.
Yeah,
That's so
Okay.
fun.
She
I'm
got a
gonna show
couple of-
my-
your new start.
Okay, when you start.
This came in it. So here,
Cherry Hill Stitchery.
and it's
You got for her.
there's a 2-piece set. There's another one called See You at the Pumpkin Patch. But this I kitted this up for her to go
She
in. her-
started it yesterday and it's almost done.
Yeah, well,
Not quite.
it's a pretty small one, but
It's not almost done, but she is.
bump
Trucking
along.
An owl.
Let me get it closer.
So cute. I love it.
Is it in there?
Tummy.
I know.
Yeah,
it's
He's cute.
I know. Here's the companion piece. See you at the companion.
Wow, you
want
really
that
did.
one to stitch it too, or no?
Mm,
Maybe.
You could always order that later if you wanted to have 2.
What else? What else do we got to show?
Put that in there. She got a couple other kits for her
I'm
birthday.
gonna show these other kits and then what you bought.
A haul.
You're holding everything so nicely.
I have to fold it or else it looks bad.
It looks bad.
And it gets all like tangled. I had this tucked
I
under
love
my
it.
elbow like that.
Okay, show these other kits for you guys.
These are 2 little kits that she got for her birthday, but these were super cute. And they had the fabric hoops already inside.
Those are so cute.
I
And
know.
I like this one.
Yeah.
I like both of
Oh,
them.
the boots and the ring. Yeah. That's really cute. And that one's really
So
sweet.
I just, Millie needs a stash.
Millie goes through projects pretty quick. Well, I mean, that Christmas one took you a while, but
But
it's
still.
big. It was big. So.
Mhm.
Okay, and your haul
Okay.
with your own egg money. This
I
is
bought
so-
this.
Bought that pattern.
Here, let me get up to the side. So there you go. Can you see the colors better?
Yeah.
So it's called Watering Can House. It's part of a little series. There was a teacup house,
Teapot.
And there's a
There's
mushroom
a
house.
mushroom house,
house.
which is
That one was
super
really
cute.
That one was stitched up at Threadneedle Street.
And this
I
is by
got-
Shannon Christine Designs.
And I got the fabric.
She got
The color
3.
isn't really coming through.
But it's like green.
It's sapphire. It's that sapphire.
Yeah, did you get sapphire?
Mhm.
I think it's, did you say it was Witchell?
I
Witchell
think we
sapphire,
decided it
think-
was either
I
Witchell
feel
or
like
it was
I've stitched
Zoe
on that with
Posey.
Posey.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think she's used that one.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's that.
AliciaPaulson.com.
Yeah.
If you
Yeah.
we'll just throw around our slang.
Wait.
And is there something else you want to
Yeah,
show?
I'm gonna show the
Oh,
buttons.
okay. She got more haul at Threadneedle, which is our LNS.
And
well,
she
your
was
LNS, not so
hopping
local.
busy when we were in there on Friday.
She's in Issaquah, Washington, in the
Mhm.
old part of Issaquah.
Tiny little shop.
But it was crammed full of people, and her phone was ringing,
Off the
and there
boat.
were Like everywhere I went, I was kind of like bumping into someone because she's got so much packed into this tiny little store.
She does.
Which is great. I like to see her.
She's
busy
got
with them.
needlepoint canvases in there, those beautiful hand painted. So
Go ahead.
just people coming in asking for help a lot
I got
too.
these little buttons. for
Yeah, she was
me,
helping a lot of
Yeah.
people
And
with stuff.
Gave those to you to put
and
on your
my little-
owl piece if you wanted to.
The heart or which?
Both, all three of them.
Oh,
I gave her stars because there's a moon in
oh, I
it.
don't know if I knew you gave it
Uh-huh.
with her birthday or did you get them yesterday?
Nope, it's her birthday.
Oh, you know.
and I
them-
got
oh,
this
Hmm?
to put on my wedding cake.
Do I know what?
nothing. I can't say it right now. It's a secret. It's about the smalls.
Oh,
It just
yeah. And that's your haul. She didn't go all crazy.
she's a little frugal. She's
This
kinda like
one,
her mama.
this one went a little crazy over
This
here.
one, do you have all your haul to
I gotta
show?
make sure it's great.
Sorry,
Oh, it's
my
wrong.
slip is showing.
Okay.
Slip is.
Good stitching, Millie.
Good job,
Okay.
sweetie. Okay, who are
Okay.
you?
Oh no, my. I'm doing down.
Here, I'll just tilt it up a little bit for your tallness.
Okay, that's good.
Say who you are.
I'm Liddy.
And you're 13 going on 30.
12.
12.
12 going on 20. I just
She
mean you're
had
like a
fun.
teenager thinking you're a grown up. That's
She
what that
had
means.
fun shopping at Stitch Needle,
Okay,
Thread
Thread
Needle.
Needle Street. Yes, she did.
I
She
got
everything
this.
she needed basically. For,
Uh-huh.
what, 2 projects?
So this is called Blossom House
need
by Little Stitch Girl. It's part of it's pattern number 8. So I
Pattern
think it's
number
part of a series. Yeah, so that's what it is.
There
and
was
she-
another one, Frost House, so I think there might be like one for each season.
Oh, maybe.
This is like the
She
spring.
picked out Icelandic blue
This.
Ada, and she
And
got all the floss
I
for
got
it.
started on the house.
Millie got
Mhm.
linen, right? That'll be Millie's first linen. That sapphire is linen, yeah.
I
Yeah.
got the roof
You
done
got your roof done.
and part of the
And you're getting the peak.
Yep.
And
So cute.
she actually, all 3 girls went and pulled mostly their own threads.
Yes.
And
they did.
she looked at the thread. So this pattern had fancy floss and DMC conversion. So she went and started pulling the DMCs, but she decided that when she pulled the DMC conversion for this tree, she says, I don't like those colors. So, and she also didn't like a lavender. That was the DMC. So
I also
she,
didn't like the blue.
oh, the blue for the flowers?
Yeah, the blue for the flowers.
Oh,
the purple
So
for
she
flowers,
went and
one
bought
with
her
the light
first,
pink. No,
she
the
bought
dark
her
pink.
first own fancy floss for 3 of those colors.
I got the
Teal, really teal.
I got
or something.
yeah, this
Really teal.
blue. Sorry.
Okay. And
Okay.
then
And,
you,
What else did you get?
I got Tiny Modernist Strawberry Cow.
so cute.
That's gonna be fun. You could use that really tealy on those.
Yeah, you
On that
could,
too.
you could.
Did it call for all DMCs?
All DMCs. Barely any color. This called for like 5 colors.
Yeah, just a few colors. Oh yeah, you should.
And
use
then
that
I got
teal
this like
color on
really
that.
pale pink for it. It's
Baby-
like
I
it
got
might look
baby
white
pink.
in it, but it's like a really pale pink. It probably
Yeah,
looks
it
white.
doesn't. It's not looking. It's hard to get the color
Yeah.
out here. Here, hold it up by.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
still not,
It is a pale baby pink.
Yeah.
Really pale. I think it'll be adorable with this.
yeah.
And
think
I
it
got a
would be.
button for it because it's so cute.
Turn it around.
sorry.
There's your button. Now we
Oh,
had
cute.
a shopping good time on
Yes,
Friday.
we did. It had been a long time since we've been to
I
one.
know, a real needlework
Cross stitch.
store. Is that it?
Anything else you need to
Yes.
say? Okay.
Okay, love you.
Bye.
Proud of you. Bye.
Back. So we have a featured friend this week. So if you are new, welcome, by the way. And if you're not, welcome to you as well. We love to feature other people's stitching when they'll let us. So we had Paula email us this week with pictures of a recent finish. And this is called Laundry Room by Diane Harper. Put it right here.
So cute.
I don't need to mark anything down.
Mhm.
So she says that her friend saw the pattern while tagging along with me to Barefoot Needle Art store in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, and asked if I would stitch it for her. It was a fun, easy stitch.
You're a nice friend.
I know. I would stitch that and want to keep it for myself. I think it's so cute. And there would be a cute little spot in my laundry room for a good laundry stitch. So I maybe need to do that.
I looked at it and said, one of my goals in my new house is that it has an actual laundry room. Right now, my laundry room is at the end of a very long, unfinished
we
old
showed
garage.
pictures of
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
And there's nothing cute about it, and
No.
there's nowhere to hang. I would not put a cute little picture, but my
No.
goal is to have a nice light.
Like a really ugly utility room, basically.
It's
A
so
long, skinny
ugly.
utility
Yeah,
room.
but I want to have a light room with well, ideally it would have a utility sink, but I don't know what's going to happen. But yeah,
That's
with
so
some
nice, that
shelves,
one.
nice shelves above it, and some cute little, because I've seen some cute laundry stuff.
Yeah, I have too. I
cross
should do one
stitch.
because I'm still working on our laundry room. There's some remodeling we want to do in that laundry room eventually, but I could see it.
Yeah.
being-
So,
even now, I could hang something over.
Thank
here.
you so much for sharing that
Yeah.
with us. I'm going to look at it one more
Thank
time.
you, Paula.
It's super cute.
That is so cute. If you have something you would love for us to feature, send that to stitchandstuffxs@gmail.com. I'm Sarah. I'll see it when you send it. And we would love to feature that.
Yeah,
Just
we do. We've had
fun.
fun seeing all the different things over the last, I don't know, we've been doing this for a year.
2 years.
We've been doing Featured Friends for 2 years now.
Oh, no, probably
No.
a year.
Year and a half. We've
should go
gotten
back and figure out when
so
we
much
started.
variety of stuff, of patterns and stuff that
Mhm.
we just didn't even know. And
really
they could
fun.
be something fully finished. It could be something you're already still just working on, but you want to share it.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
There could
Please.
be a huge
Mhm.
one that's like partially finished for the next 10 years,
Mhm.
like we have a lot of those.
A lot of, yeah.
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 So thanks for sending that in, and we'd love
Yeah.
to see what anybody else is stitching that they want to share. Quick update. We both finished our smalls, and they're going in the mail soon
And you know what?
for our smalls exchange.
I kind of don't want to give mine away.
I knew that was going to happen.
I know.
I know. I was so proud.
I
of
know.
it.
We're both very proud of ourselves. Let's just put it that way. They're fully finished.
Fully finished.
They
All
are
ready to go in the mail.
Beautiful. They're cute.
I'm so excited.
They're so fun. And maybe I'll just do a
Yay.
different one to give away.
We are excited for our stitching meetup,
Yeah.
the Zoom meetup.
For our
If you
smalls.
haven't, if you've missed, I don't remember when we talked about it, if it was last week or the week before, but we will have our Zoom call on July 23rd. It's a Saturday, and we'll do it at 12 noon Pacific.
So please get your smalls.
Probably in the
In the
mail,
mail.
by this week if you can,
Mm-hmm.
so that it has a little bit of wiggle room in
Yeah.
case it gets delayed, so that it's to your recipient.
And please,
Before the
please,
23rd.
please don't make our nightmare come true that somebody signed up and didn't do it.
Yeah.
Because if that happens, not that it's gonna, because we love you all and
You are
trust you,
also
but
wonderful.
we
There's
would
no way
we
that's
would
gonna
do
happen.
something for the person that didn't get theirs. But
Yes.
we in the past have been part of some exchanges that did not go well.
The only one I ever did was a knitting one.
Okay, I need to explain this knitting one to you. This was several years ago,
Yeah.
and it was a knitting dishcloth round robin kind of thing, right? And it was a big
Huge.
group of people that did this every year.
It was like a big Ravelry group or something.
Yeah, big Ravelry group, dishcloths, fun, easy. It could be crocheted or knitted. And you just needed to knit 5 of the same. I mean, they could be different colors, but 5 of the same pattern.
And then did you send it to 5 different people?
No, you sent it
Sent
to
all to one
one
person.
per address. And there were a couple of gals that
Oh,
were in
yeah.
charge. So
That's right.
what they did was they would just
Parse them out into
parse them out. And so you got 5 back in return. Okay. So I had seen pictures on Ravelry of this exchange. People would post what they got. Adorable,
really
fancy,
cute.
cute dishcloths. I mean, really cute. And I felt like,
And we stitched some really fancy kind of cute ones.
yeah,
to send.
nice size, pretty colors.
Interesting pattern.
You would not believe what we both got in the mail back. They were so ugly.
All 5 were basically just.
I mean, I felt like the people that were dishing them out didn't like us or something. Like, here's the Sarah and Kim pile. We'll just give them these ones. I mean, and I can understand if you got like 1 out of 5 that was kind of a dud, but they were all 5. I used them, but they quickly went into the rag box because they were not. I didn't even want them in my kitchen. I mean, so.
I feel like some of them were like really lopsided. Like
some of them were so
they
bad.
were probably brand new knitters. We probably shouldn't be mean.
I don't know, but the point was we got all 5 like that. And other people were like posting pictures
of like 5.
I'm looking at those going, how come I didn't get one of those or one of those or at least one of those? I mean, it was bad. I thought I'm never doing that again. It was a lot of work because, even a dishcloth takes some time to do and you're doing 5 of them.
Yeah.
Amongst my other knitting that I was doing, I was so disappointed.
We're living in the upside down. If you see the floating particles in the air, it's really cottonwood. We're not in the upside down.
We're not in the upside down, Stranger Things. But there's a lot of cottonwood. Oh, there it goes.
There's a lot of cottonwood blowing around our faces right now. It's just got worse too. I don't know if the breeze just picked up a little bit more since we came out.
You know why I'm not sneezing and crying? Because I'm on heavy doses of allergy meds because this cotton kills me if I don't. Anyway, so please.
If you can't do it, if you're coming down to the wire and you're feeling like I didn't get this started or just please let us know and don't feel guilty at all. We'll figure something out. We knew that was a possibility.
Yeah.
And we know, like, we kind of have a backup plan if that were to happen. So please don't feel bad if you're feeling like, oh gosh, life just happened and I'm not going to get to this.
We would rather know ahead of time than to just leave somebody hanging.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because life happens.
Totally get it.
And I'm not for 1 minute thinking that anybody's going to do anything ugly, but those washcloths were something.
That's not, cross stitch is different. There's upside down particles.
And I did a couple other like knitting exchanges where you were paired up with a person. And so
you had a lot of fun with that.
I did. A couple of mine were a little, they were okay. They were better than the dishcloths, but I kind of, who is it that's followed us that said that her kids call her a little extra?
Yeah.
I'm a little extra. And so
if you're going to get her package, you're going to get
extra. Sarah told me I couldn't be
told her to keep it a little toned down.
Yeah.
She does bonus gifts for everyone at Christmas. So not only does she do like a regular gift, but you're going to get another gift that's or 3 or 4 that are like regular gifts also, but she just calls them bonus gifts. But there's nothing
because those were the ones that I bought over budget.
Those are the ones she decided to get that she shouldn't have bought. Basically,
my love language, folks, is gifts.
It's definitely gifts. So, like, we have a running joke because my sisters-in-law and mom, we do a hot drink exchange. And every year at Christmas time, the guys do a liquor exchange, the ladies do a hot drink exchange. And everybody's always jealous of the person that mom is buying for because she gets a huge box full of dish towels and mugs and hot drink stuff,
candy, picture frames, a Christmas ornament.
It's basically bigger than the Christmas gift you will get from her.
And so we've done it enough years now that everybody in our family has gotten one of my boxes.
Retire it now.
Or I'll just tone mine down now. Everybody got a deluxe box now. If we do it again, it's going to be budget Kim.
It's funny. So
anyway, but then I
don't feel like you have to be extra. You just send your goodie if you want to. But if you want to tuck in some tea or something, that's
this is like too. My husband's not very happy about the bonus gift all the time.
Because of the budget.
Because of the budget. But I ended up getting paired up with a gal in Oklahoma. I love her. She watches this. Hi, Anna, if you're watching.
She does.
Yeah. And we got paired for a big not a round robin, but
I think you showed one of her boxes that she sent you.
I think I did.
Opened it as like
I think I did.
Haul.
So we got paired for an official swap. And oh my gosh, she sent me the sweetest box. And I sent her a little bit of an extra box. I just did because I just did that kind of stuff. And she really loved my box. And I don't know if she had been the recipient of some not crazy great boxes either, but we just kind of clicked. And so we started doing some of our own exchanges, just the two of us. Let's just do an exchange. And we did like a summer exchange one year. And we probably should do another one. But anyway, I think, with COVID and money and everything, because I think she did not have it. I know it's like snowing out here, you
It is
guys.
awful.
Yeah. Anyway,
Wonder if it could be.
so it has been redeemed.
Well, I won't show it. I won't try to show it. I kind of want to try and show it, but it won't
Make
really
a video.
capture
I
it.
don't think even if you videoed it would come up.
I know it is. It literally looks like it's snowing.
The
As you
cottonwood.
look out to the distance, you can see the snow coming down, but it's not snow. It's cottonwood.
Yeah, they're bad.
Nastiness.
They're like the
We
weeds of
gotta show some
trees.
stitching here.
Yeah. Anyway, we're really excited about this mulch
Yes,
exchange because
we
I think
are.
it's going to be
It's
really
been-
fun to see everybody's stuff and what everybody
Yeah.
chose. And
Yes, it's gonna be sweet.
yes. Okay. You want to go first or want me to go first?
I don't care. You can go first.
I don't have that much
I'll go first.
because I finished my small.
We worked hard on getting the small.
and I
sign
not
so we
only
could-
finished it, it's fully finished. Did we say that
No.
already?
Yeah.
Fully finished.
It kind of is killing us that we can't show it because we finally each have a fully finished.
And it was in this bag.
But did you put something else in there? Now?
Yeah.
You already did.
Yeah.
Get it up your next thing.
Okay, so what I worked on a lot was that because I thought I would get that done in a couple nights, but why didn't I? Look at your cat.
Devil cat. we-
Sarah's cat.
We brought our kitten because remember he's only like 10 weeks old, and I didn't want to leave him at home, and he really likes to be outside.
He likes to climb trees and
I
go into
told
the
him
neighbor's
I
yard.
told the people inside that he had to stay in the den, but now he's
Not. Anyway, I did not work on it as much as I thought I did in the beginning of the week because I worked on this. So anyway, it took me a little longer, but I think I started this last week. It's salt and pepper stitching Emily Call.
Emily Call.
It's
Who's
her
part of our
freebie.
stitching exchange.
It's her freebie 4th of July, which I want some more 4th of July's for my tiered basket. So I basically, I don't know, I did a bunch on here. And I was just doing my own, she just gave you needed a light blue, but I'm not doing a white blue. Anything light blue, I'm just doing either dark blue, white, or red. So I'm using fancy flosses. So I worked on that a little bit because, 4th of July is going to be here before we know it.
Well, a couple weeks.
Mm-hmm.
The 19th already, so too bad it doesn't feel
What
like
was
summer
that?
still your pen.
So I worked on that when I wasn't working on my smalls. And then I did work on my calendar piece a little bit for June, which this should be done, but it's not. 'Cause, I don't know what I had. I think I had just started maybe the tree house.
Yeah, I don't think you really
Or the
have
birdhouse.
much done for June at all yet. Maybe the border and
Yeah, I think I just had the border. So I did the little birdhouse and the
Really
vine creeping down.
Let me hold it.
Yeah, I had to actually rip part of that white house out because
It's looking so good though. I'm gonna hold it.
There you go. Yeah, I had to. Excuse me. Part of the white was off center, so the little
Oh.
heart in the middle wouldn't have lined up.
Yeah, that does make a difference.
So
on the
that
second
did take up some of my stitching time. Cute.
I like
That's
it on this
cute.
fabric. Oh yeah, I can probably hear him crying.
What is that window open?
Yes. I don't know how he got up in that.
I don't know either. See,
Let's
I'm
see,
gonna
if
jump
he
off the
doesn't
couch.
Settle down. I'm gonna go in.
So that got some work. It's gonna get some more love. And then the only other thing I really worked on that I can show you is my Whip Go call, which is my year at Hawk Run Hollow, and I need to do 4 hours. And I did 2 hours and 47 minutes last
It's a
night.
really big square. It's a really big square
Yeah,
because you're doing it on over 2.
yeah, yeah. Yours are so tiny because I started mine over. Remember?
Yeah.
I couldn't do it over one. I don't know. That's what worries me about that Haid. But my Haid's over.
Well, it's
On
different to
20, yeah.
stitch on Ada.
So I'm
over.
doing, okay, if you're new, Hawk Run Hollows, there's a whole bunch of them.
Mhm.
I'm doing the one called A Year at Hawk Run Hollow, and I'm just starting in that
Wish they
upper
weren't so
corner.
much work because I wish I had all of them already stitched.
I
on my
know,
wall.
there's so much stitching,
I
you
love to
guys.
look at all of them online,
Mhm.
and I always think, oh well, maybe I'll do that one. And I'm so slow.
I do like your spring one. And
I
in
like
fact,
my spring one. I'll
I
show
don't
it.
think I was as wild about that until I saw Caroline
Uh-huh.
Zook stitching it, and I thought, oh, I do
Well,
like that
I
one.
had considered doing it, and then I decided to do the Shores one
Mhm.
because I think I just liked it, and I love the idea of the summery.
Yeah,
Like that's what I
Shores.
want to do in the summer in my house. But when I saw her stitch hers up, I
Yeah.
fell in love with it even more. And I had originally thought, oh, that's probably the second one I'll do.
So I started this over because I had was doing it 1/1 on 28 count. Is that what you're doing it? And
yeah.
I also didn't like the color. So I got this color, which I'm not that wild about
like
either,
this
but I'm going
color,
to
you
keep
don't.
it. So I basically last night, 2 hours and 47 minutes meant I stitched this, her two little hands, and then these words.
Some of the words, yeah.
It's like 2 rows. And the word B has to be ripped out because I'm off.
Well, will it matter?
I don't know. Maybe not. I just can't count off of it.
Yeah, just don't count off of it. Just make sure you count. Maybe is that forgot also?
No,
missed?
forgot is good.
Then when you count, when you do that bird or that guy's
Yeah.
head, you should just count from the F
Yeah.
or the G or whatever
Yeah.
and go down.
That's it.
It'd be easy to start the bird's beak from the F.
Yeah.
Just don't start from the B.
And this square is not my favorite of the 12. So I think that's partly why. But once I get going on it, I really do end up liking it. And I like making progress on it. They're just a lot of stitching.
They are a lot of stitching.
So, and my other, I was just going to show my other Whipco piece that I'm going to work on. Because I did not do magazine monthly this month because of my trip. I just got behind and I just couldn't get caught up. But I am going to do my Whipco because I want to be a success at Whipco this year because I would have dropped out last year.
Yeah, me too. I'm trying.
My other piece is my hoity-toity. My teeny tiny hoity-toity.
Tiny.
I haven't worked on it this month yet, but
But this is another Whipco piece.
Yeah. And if you don't know what hoity-toity looks like,
you have a little ways to go still.
that's it. And I am up here. I am still, am I on page 1 still?
What is this count?
That is 28/1.
So this would be the size of my
I think so.
shorts of Hawk on Horror.
I think it's
The
28.
stitches, it looks about the same.
Or it might be 25. I can't remember.
It could be 25.
I think it's
I'm trying to think if
25.
this is what my
28 would have been
hand
too
looks
hard for me to do.
That's why you ripped out
Yeah.
your Hawk on Horror.
Yeah, and I'm still on page.
Yeah, this is probably the size of my hay.
I'm on page 1 still, and I started this.
So you're doing full cross.
Yes, I am. One
nice and
thread,
full.
1 thread over 1.
Cute.
Full cross. I really wanted it to be solid. And when I started it, I didn't know about the half cross, but I don't do well with the half cross
Yeah,
method.
you don't really like it.
I struggle with it. And maybe if I just did it more, it would be easier. But
Yeah.
sometimes you just can't teach an old dog new tricks.
This is March. You
March.
didn't do it June.
I did not do a June.
Magazine month.
Nope. So that's. Oh, and my knitting.
Yeah, you should show that. She brought it out.
Yeah. I don't know if I showed this before. This is called, it's a free pattern on
Did I make you
Ravelry.
that bag or you made
You
yourself?
made me this bag. You were the first one to make. Sarah made me this little
Oh yeah,
little project mat bag for Christmas one year.
thought it looked familiar.
So this pattern is called Sockhead Hat. It's free. And it's a slouchy, big brim. And I do not like tight beanies because I look terrible in them. So I wanted something slouchy. So this has a 4-inch ribbed brim because you can fold it up. So really all I've done is I'm still working on this 4 inches of black rib, but then this color will be my slouchy part. Yeah. And I picked kind of blacks and jewel because I think when I move to a colder climate, I will have to buy a nicer winter coat, and I'm going to probably get a black coat. So cute, because then anything will go with it. Anyway, so that's that. But this is once I get this ribbing done, it's just straight stockinette around and around and around and around till it's big and long as you want it.
So you can just go until you're
And it's great church knitting.
Yeah, because you don't have to do much.
I can knit. Well, I can knit.
Feeling very distracted right now. I think it's the cotton and the bird and the
bird.
Like, what is that bird?
Where'd your cat go?
I think Dad came and took him.
Oh.
Texted Jesse and asked him, but Dad came.
Oh.
So is that all your stuff?
That's
you
all
worked
my
on?
stuff. Sorry, guys.
Except for the thing we can't show.
Except for that thing, and it's killing me.
We'll take pictures and show it
Well,
later.
Yeah. You'll all
After the-
see it after.
Yeah,
The
we
person
can't
that
show
gets it
till we're done.
gets
With our
done.
meeting next month. Yeah, it's about a month from today, really.
It
I
is.
worked on several things, some more than others, but let's see. I did work on my spring at Hawthorne Hollow, which is on my
That almost looks fluorescent.
what?
Like-
Oh, I know.
Looks almost fluorescent.
It's a
like
really
that.
bright green. I can't remember the color. Here's spring, what we were just talking about a minute ago. And I kind of quit working. I just didn't do the bees up here yet because I went down to the next square, but I'll go back in and put the bees in. That square is going to be a pain because
Oh, those bees.
there's see, I only have bees on one side.
Okay.
So I still need to put a couple of bees and some little like peach flowers on the
Hillhaven.
side. Hillhaven is what we call our house.
What were you
Now
going to
I'm
put
on
stitch
this-
and stuff on? There's another pattern you were doing. You were going to put stitch and stuff in it.
Was it this one?
No.
I put our date on the Victoria sampler.
Maybe that's what it
of
was.
our
That's what it
first
was. Yeah, our
stitch
date.
and stuff. So I did all of this week. The brick, which doesn't look like that much, but that's a lot of color changes. And then let me see.
Yeah.
It's a lot of color
This
changes.
is not, this picture does not give the colors justice.
Yeah, no, and not this side either.
Mm-mm.
But there's a lot. That's the one I'm working on. The Behold, the winter is past. Maybe it's winter's past. Doesn't feel like it right now.
No. In fact, people were joking about our weather that we were calling it January
Yeah.
because it really looked like June or January the other day.
I was looking on Instagram at different people's
Mhm.
ones of these. I just looked up the tag,
Mhm.
and nobody had this color. Like everybody had blues, grays,
For
or
fabrics.
for fabric, or brown.
What was this considered? Mauve?
I don't remember what the name of it is off the top of my head. I don't have the tag with me. I have to look back. It was that. Was it lilac? No,
Mm,
I got it. Remember from like Estonia
Yeah.
or Latvia, or
Latvia or Lithuania.
and I'd have to look back. What
Wow,
the color
that's
is.
a lot
but
of stitching.
I really like the color. I think it really looks good.
I loved on everybody's I've seen how the blue on these eggs just
Uh-huh.
pops on everybody's fabric.
I know it's such a good color choice
Mhm. Yeah.
around that yellow and green and brown.
This was your Whipco?
No,
Was
this
your
is
magazine
not
monthly?
my Wipco. It was a magazine monthly.
Okay.
I think I
So
have
if
it.
you're new, Magazine Monthly that we're referring to, there's
Oh, yeah.
a Facebook group called Magazine Monthly Challenge, and
And-
it's hosted by Robin and Carolyn Zook. And there every month there's a theme.
Mhm.
And the beginning point was to start something from a magazine that you've collected because the premise was everybody's got magazines and then we never stitch out of them.
Except me, I don't have magazines that I don't.
But I think
just don't buy
other people are not stitching out of magazines.
It's not just me.
I think
I
yeah.
asked if I could join anyways, even though I wasn't gonna do a magazine.
It's
start,
pretty
and she
loose.
said yes, please. That's
And
fine.
then there's an acrostic. So there's a theme piece and then there's an
well,
acrostic.
here it looks like this.
Yeah. And
We
so
showed
then
this before,
you
but
can
it-
do whatever you want in your acrostic, supposedly. You don't have to be magazines.
So like here's mine for this month. The theme was flowers, is flowers. So I picked my sunflower, which I'll show in a minute. And then the acrostic is floral. And I just cross them off as I hit. And I just choose my own hours. Obviously, I'm not
Yeah.
doing big, huge hours.
And
I purposefully scheduled fewer hours on my magazine monthly challenge.
Mhm.
We went back and re-recorded this because I gave something away that I shouldn't have given away in my first attempt about my stitching secret. So now I'm trying to remember how to backtrack
We were
without giving away any hints. I knew I was going to be having something to finish to send in the mail. So I purposefully chose easy goals for my
magazine
magazine
monthly.
monthly. So, but my magazine monthly theme piece is this Riolis sunflower. Oh, I'll go back and show that. I'm just gonna cut all that out. And I've been working on this since 2020. I started it when we were caring for grandma. 'Cause she
July.
loves sunflowers. July, yeah, it's been almost
July,
exactly 2 years. You'd
mhm.
think I'd be a little further in 2 years. But
Well, you've had a few other distractions
I've done a
because
few other things.
we're not monogamous. In case
No,
you haven't noticed.
I used to be very monogamous
Mhm.
stitcher, but
Yeah, me too.
but then I would get kind of bored and then not stitch for
Uh-huh.
a while. I'm working on this little flower up there, obviously.
We're kind of long though.
Yeah, every time I can see progress after I stitch
Mhm.
for a little while. So,
It's really nice. It's really plump.
well, it's that wool yarn.
Mhm.
It's wool thread, I mean,
Yeah.
rather than DMC. It's that Riolis wool
Really like
that
it.
they have. I do too. I like how it comes off the fabric.
Do you just use one thread?
One or two, it says on the
Changes,
pattern.
okay.
I can probably show this part. Let's see how I show it. Sure. Not that anybody's gonna probably screenshot that one little section.
Mm.
So you can see it'll say
Oh,
it has
okay.
like 2 strands for one
Oh,
or
okay.
one strand. So it just depends on how
It's different for different
different
areas.
colors say different. Yeah. different amounts.
Wow.
Like one of these was 1 strand last
Mhm.
night. Most of them are 2.
It's pretty.
I don't
It's
think
really
there's any that
pretty.
are 3. I know. I do really like working on that. And I worked on Alpaca Farm, which was on my magazine monthly.
She worked on these pieces all yesterday to get.
Well, no, I had done the Riolis flower some
Okay.
and another one I'm about to show. But yeah, I thought, oh, I want to get some magazine monthly stuff done. This is the blue flower Alpaca Farm. I'm going to finish it into a drum someday.
Cute.
I know.
It's really tiny.
It's tiny because I'm doing it on the recommended 40 count because I didn't want the drum to be
Too
the
big.
wrong size.
Yeah.
But I have never stitched over 2 on 40 count before. And I thought I would maybe struggle yesterday without a magnifier, but I didn't.
Oh,
I had
good
good enough light. Yeah, but I ended up with enough light.
Okay.
I did all the grass there and the little white and peach flower and some of the other peach flower.
So cute.
I know it is. It's tiny though. Look how tiny. Yeah, the holes are really little for me. But I'm
That's
seeing
blue
it.
acorn, right?
This is the blue flower.
Blue flower, I mean.
The blue flower.
Yeah.
Janine McGowan. Such a cute pattern. I like working on it actually. And I did a couple letters on this one because I haven't pulled it out. It's on my magazine monthly challenge, and I've been wanting to work on it to get it done for this summer. It's called Fresh from the Garden, Little House Chart number 93. I'm doing the sampler over here, not the needle book this time, but I might eventually go back and do the needle book.
Needle
Isn't that
book is cute.
Yeah, stitch in time.
It's really cute.
And I didn't get very much done, but I will get more done going forward this week because I need a couple more
And you're
hours on it.
picking all your own colors for this.
I
right?
did pick my own colors. Some of them are Gentle Arts that I picked from my stash.
Did you not like the colors or you just didn't want to go buy them?
I didn't want to go buy them.
Okay.
I think.
Mhm.
I think I just didn't want to go buy them. And I dyed my own fabric, so I kind of wanted to
Mhm.
pick colors I would like.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that will get more attention
I
this
really
week.
like that needle book.
Yeah, I do too. Maybe a fun one to stitch.
Yeah.
And then I think the only other thing I have is this one. I had just started it last week. I think I had like the dark color done, and maybe a little bit of the flower pot. But I have quite a bit more done this week.
Oh, you did.
I worked on this a lot yesterday too.
Mm-hmm.
So there's that. I don't know if the light is coming out right.
It's gotten a little darker here.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, maybe that.
There you go. That looks good.
So that's shepherd's bush, bulb,
Mhm.
blossom, and bud. Did I show that? No, it's not bad.
No.
So that's what I've been working on this week.
Okay.
Okay.
Okie dokie. You
Well,
have big plans?
I want to get all my magazine monthlies kind of touched now that don't have any work on them, which would
Mhm.
include my Riolis has a few more hours to go.
Mm-hmm.
I really need to do like 4 hours before the end of the month, theoretically, on my Hade, because that's my Whipco piece.
Oh, yeah.
And once I get going on that, an hour flies by.
Yeah.
Farmers Market, the Told in a Garden Farmers Market is on there. My Little House Stitching Bead one, that one I had started, I don't know, last month probably. That you
Oh,
want
yeah,
so
yeah, yeah.
bad.
Yeah, the little bee.
So that's my plans.
Mhm.
And then I have another plan that I'll show when we do our haul.
Okay.
What do you got? Do you have any?
My
big plans?
plan is to finish up my Whipco. So I've got another hour and 10 minutes on my year.
Uh-huh.
And then I got to do 4 hours on my hoity-toity. And then I want to finish that
4
fourth.
hours on your hoity-toity?
Mhm. Mine are 4-hour goals.
Mm.
I want to finish that 4th of July piece by Emily Call. Finish my June calendar piece, which shouldn't take too long. It's not,
No.
yeah, once I get going on that, it goes pretty fast. And then I don't know what I'm going to work on. I thought about, I've got a lot of things in there to work on.
Yeah. She said, I need to clean out my whips basket. It's getting a little full. And I was like,
Yeah.
you think stuff is like
I want to work.
exploding out
I
there.
want to work on that piece that I started that Emily Call design called Faith, the Size
Oh,
of the
yeah.
Seed, which I love.
That's
And
what
I
you
have
do.
just tiny starts. I want to work on that. I might make that like a Sunday stitch.
Oh yeah, that would be a good idea.
Mhm. And
I haven't done like
my Four Seasons girls, because I don't have my summer done. And I really wanted to have them all done a season ahead. So I need to work on it. There's so much stitching on those dresses, on those girls. And even the archway over them is just a
there's
ton.
of stitching.
So I want to really put some time into her. So into that.
Yeah.
Those are my main focus pieces, I think. I did in my haul, I have a few other little patriotic things that I might try to start, but I want to finish this one first. I have bought a it was maybe in one of the pictures we showed at the end of one of our videos when I had my patriotic mantle and stuff. But when we were on our trip, I bought this really cute a tiered tray, but it's a woven basket. So the top basket's kind of small, and then there's a bigger bowl.
Is that on your coffee table right now? We'll take a picture of it.
So the bottom has I think I have 3 cross stitch patriotic smalls in there. And I wanted to add some more to it, to the top for next year. So yeah. And Emily, I guess I could show my haul.
Yeah, show your haul.
That's that's my plan anyway. My haul, when we went to the store the other day with the girls, I kitted up a couple more of Emily's that I had purchased. And I didn't print the pictures. I'll just show them. This one she did for Flag Day, and it's patriotic. It's as long may she wave. And then go buy it.
Go support Emily. Her patterns are so cute.
They're so cute. And then she did Patriotic Flowers 1, Patriotic Flowers 2, 1.
I would stitch those.
2. Yeah,
I'm not a big patriotic stitcher, but some of them are cute to me, and hers are really cute.
So I got all the floss for those, and I bought just a couple pieces of
color choices are always nice.
They are. I bought 36 count. I was going to make them small. Just a pearl gray. It's just kind of a gray.
Yeah.
My smalls that are in there right now are on a kind of a tea dyed rustic homespun look, and then my other Emily call is on this same fabric. So if I do 3 in this color, they'll be in the top basket, and then the other ones that are bigger will be in the bottom basket. Bottom tray. So anyway,
these ones will be smaller than those.
I think so. Yeah, because these are 36 count. Is it okay? So. I showed my haul from the other day, but I realized that I hadn't shown the last little bit of haul that I did on my trip, because I forgot to show when we were in Indiana visiting Sam and Ashley in their little town. I bought yarn too, but I'll show that another time. My daughter-in-law was really excited to take me, because in this little town, this little village almost, there's a little cross stitch store called Persnickety Stitches.
I'm writing it down so I can remember to link it.
It could be Persnickety Stitchers or Stitching.
Does
I can't
say
remember. No. Oh, Stitchers. Persnickety Stitchers. And it's on Main Street in Zionsville, Indiana. And there's a cute little shop. She had a lot up there. So anyway, in the sales room, I bought a Rosewood Manor, and it's got a poem. I can't see it.
It's a Robert Browning poem.
Yeah, that's why I bought it, because which one is it? It's
God's in his heaven on all's right with the world.
Yes, I've always loved that. The years at the spring and days at the morn, mornings at 7, the hillsides dew pearled, the larks on the wing, the snails on the thorn, God's in his heaven, all's right with the world. Anyway, it's pretty. It's just very pastel-y and pretty. I also bought, in honor of Tina Stitches, because she's always stitching just Nan, and I bought one of the little mouse pattern. It doesn't come with the cube. I'd have to buy the cube separate, but I'm getting a little.
Stitch it around the cube. I mean, you put it around a cube.
You stitch them on top. You just stick them on top of the cube. I think they're stitched separately. He's just stuck on top.
It's not stuffed. It's not just it's not like stitching up a Biscornu where you stitch the fabric and stuff it.
I don't know. Yeah, probably. But I only get the mouse part in this pattern.
Oh, I see.
Yeah,
I thought you meant like you needed a cube to stitch.
No, I didn't buy the pattern for the cube.
You just have the mouse.
Yeah, I just have the mouse, but it's got the little charm, like it's got his little hat and stuff in there. But I thought he was so cute.
That is cute.
I didn't really.
So if you wanted to do the box, you have to do it.
You have to buy the box pad, yeah. Or I could have bought the bigger.
Cute.
I could have bought the bigger kit with both them in there.
Yeah.
But
It would have been.
I was trying to, there was a couple other things I wanted to get,
That's
and I
so
knew I
cute.
still had Stitchville to go
and
to.
it's a stocking hanger. You know that's what that
Yeah,
is, right?
right.
The silver
That's his tail.
ornament hanger. I mean,
Mhm.
it's his tail. That's really cute.
Yeah.
You
So
can
anyway,
totally do that.
you're challenging me, Tina, to try different things.
You can totally do that.
Yeah. So I
Adorable.
got the
It looks like
Rosewood Manor.
something Grandma would have liked.
Yeah.
Looks like
It
something
does.
she'd have in her hutch that I now have.
Mm-hmm.
You can stitch it for me, and I'll put it in the hutch in honor of her.
Sure. No. This is the homespun elegance, and it just says thankful for Thanksgiving, because you know me and my fall. And then this is kind of special because it's called Harvest on Dahlia Ridge, and Zionsville, where my son and daughter-in-law live, is, I don't know if it was called City of Dahlias or whatever, but I didn't know until after I bought the pattern. But it's just a cute, what's it by again? Oh, heart and hand. So Dallas. Yeah,
That's cute.
isn't that cute? I don't know what it must call for fancy flosses. I wonder. Does she usually heart and hand?
Can't remember.
It came with the little pumpkin buttons. And I do love dahlias, and my mom used to grow dahlias. I used to have dahlias. And it's classic color works
With DMC conversions. That's a cute one. I like the colors though.
It is really cute. So anyway, that's the last of my trip haul, which was my husband, I give him a bad rap that he gripes about my spending, but he did not say one word on the trip. He let me spend. I mean, I did rein it in.
That cat's out again.
Yes, he is.
Well, when we were at Threadneedle Street, I was able to find the Mill Hill beads I need to finish Jesse's Rosewood Manor stocking that I've been doing. I can't remember off the top of my head what it's called, but it's trees everywhere.
And
Forest,
beads everywhere.
Something about pines. And beads everywhere. So it takes 3 containers of these Mill Hill beads on that one stocking. And that's all I have left on it other than assembly. And I was looking around online for these about a month ago, and like 1-2-3 Stitch was out of them, and a few different places were out of them. I did find a shop somewhere that had them that I could have ordered and had them sent to me, but I never did. And then I was able to find them right there. So I got all the beads I need for his stocking. And then my other goal was to get fabric for starting this that Mom brought back from Stitchville, right? For me.
Yes.
Which I love. So I decided to go with this light sand, 32 count light sand. And the color is, and it's a little brighter than that.
This is super cute.
And I went ahead and I picked the fancy flosses that I knew I would want.
You're going to do a mixture of DMC.
I'm going to do a mixture of DMC. So I wanted the crab. I think I got the color that the crab is, and some of the seahorse, and one of the blues, but the store was out of 2 of the blues that I wanted. Is the
seahorse just one color?
No, it's multiple colors.
Oh, so it's not a. Okay.
I will use these fancy flosses. I'll probably look through my overdyes at home and see if there's any others I want to put in, like that green. I think I might have a green that would be good.
Are the fish the same colors as the seahorse?
I
probably
think so, yeah.
Or real similar.
So I went ahead and got these ones for sure because I knew I didn't have them. Ruby Slipper, Island Blue, which I love. Look at this blue.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
It's not even coming through even.
It's
much brighter than it's looking on the, here. Did I do that? Our lighting it's hard. No matter where we are, it's just kind of hard to get the ideal lighting.
The battle of our life.
So I did that. I guess I grabbed a DMC for I don't know what reason.
I grabbed it for you.
Oh,
because I thought you were gonna get some of your.
I was gonna, and then I thought, you know what? I'll just get them later. I'm not gonna start this tomorrow. And then kind of my big purchase of Threadneedle was this pattern, and it just, when you just see that pattern that you're like, I love that, and I want to stitch that, and I hope it looks exactly like it. This does call for, I think, NPS. This is probably stitched with silks. So mine might not look exactly like this because I can't really afford to stitch it in silks. But
how many colors are there?
Several. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14.
The Lion Shall Lie Down with the Lamb by Kathy Barrick, in case you couldn't read that.
I love that picture, mental picture, and scripture verse. I think the colors on that dark gray.
Love the fabric in this.
Yeah, I think I will probably stick with like that color or something very similar. She used 40 count Ancient Ruin from Fox and Rabbit. So whether or not I use that exact fabric, I don't know, but I will look for something very similar in color, I think, when I do go to start that.
Yeah. those colors. Because the flosses are a really rich.
Yeah,
Color.
it's really jewel tone. I like that jewel tone color anyways.
Yeah.
So that I think was all my haul. So I have pretty much everything I need to start my little pillow, the little stitching by the sea,
Stitching by the sea.
pin cushion pillow. And
and by the way, the pattern to this is like this big.
I know, yeah. And it might be a little hard to read because the symbols are kind of similar to
I
each
think
other.
you're gonna have to blow it up.
But the nice thing is it's all, I could probably go by square.
Yeah.
The worst one will probably be the crab and the seahorse because it has all those little waves around them there. You see my fingernails are not looking good. So that was my haul, which was fun. I don't spend like very much on myself usually. The other thing I really wanted to get stuff for, but I didn't really have the girls were so needy. I felt like by the time it was time for me to look for my stuff, I was a little maxed out because somebody in my family has a very hard time making decisions and like hems and haws and requires a lot of assistance.
Of the three girls, think of the girl that bought the least amount.
The one that ended up with a lot in her hand and put a lot back.
I know she
Even
pulled.
though
So
I
she
love this,
pulled.
though. I'm hoping I can get stuff to.
She pulled all the flosses for that project and then went and put them all back.
She just, well, I looked at it and her DMCs are pricey there. And so I said, you know what, if you want to just look through my stash when we get home, which I ended up not buying DMCs there either.
Well, yeah, and you can
because I can get it for like not quite half the price, but the DMCs at her store are 99 cents per skein.
Yeah.
And at Hobby Lobby, they're still like 69 or something like that. It may be 79 now, but she
did get her fabric though, so that was a big deal because she really wanted that green fabric. But she
had a couple patterns in her hand. I was like, get them both. No, Mom, I don't want to. She was just didn't want to spend all of her money.
But then I think what she wanted was for you to say, okay, I'll buy one for you.
Probably.
Because she doesn't she wants that, but then she doesn't act on it. She just stands there and looks at you with both patterns in her hand. It's like, okay, well, if you don't want to get them, put one back. And then she's like paralyzed.
I know.
And it's like,
love her.
So then she kind of had one in her hand that she liked. And Sarah's like, well, this keeps looking. And I'm thinking,
one that she really
stop
wanted.
Looking.
Well, the one that she really wanted was all Classic Colorworks or something. It was all
the Tra-La-La.
Yes, she really wanted that one. I think if she'd been able to do DMCs, it wouldn't have been so hard. She had that one and she wanted that one. But then when we looked at the flosses, it would have required a lot. It would have been really expensive. So I said, well, why don't we keep looking? And then she couldn't really find something I think that she liked as much. But she really was excited about the one that she ended up choosing.
She did like it. In fact, the funny thing was
she got pretty excited.
You had pulled a couple out that she was holding, and then I pulled that one out. And she was like, I kind of thought she would. Yeah.
And I wasn't looking anymore for her. I was looking for myself because I was like, hadn't really had time to really browse.
I know.
Okay.
If I had known that.
I know that's how it's going to be when I go to the stitching store with them.
Yeah. But Rosie.
But I do want to do those.
Rosie pretty much got all her flosses by herself, didn't she?
Well, they help me all the time get my own flosses. So they're used to
she did that.
They love it when we go to the store and I say a color and they race for it and then they bicker about it.
And Liddy was working on, because all the fancy flosses are on rings by alphabetical.
For her.
So and I helped her with a couple of those because they were kind of hard to see.
Some were a little on the wrong hook or whatever.
Yeah. So it was, it was.
But I think it wouldn't have been so crazy except it was so full and busy in there that every time they would come over to me, I'd have to like squeeze around somebody to get to them. So
I know.
It was fine. It just,
yeah,
I didn't. And I got plenty of things. It's fine.
It wasn't.
But I did bring that magazine hoping I would be able to find the stuff I wanted.
Did it call for a fancy floss?
I think it's, let me see, it's right in the front here. This is an old punch needle and primitive stitcher from 2020, summer, I think. Which, by the way, front. I just ordered my summer 2022, so it should be here in August. It's a heart in hand, and I don't know why that just jumped out of me.
Oh, that's right. It called for classic.
We call this for Classic Colorworks.
Like 3 colors
with DMC conversions. But yeah, so I might order those or not. I don't know. I'm just gonna hold on to that. Do it. That would be a quick stitch though.
So that was our hauls.
Our haul. We have a giveaway.
We had a giveaway from last week, and it was this Rosewood Manor tea.
Yes, and our winner for this is, hope I'm saying this right. It's Fairy Rose. Her name is Dawn Cates, and she has a Flosstube, so you should go check her out. It's FAIRE space Rose. So congratulations, Dawn. Will you email us at the email address below, stitchandstuffxs@gmail.com, so we can get your address and we will send that off to you. And then this week we have a new giveaway.
It's just a tiny little.
It's a teeny little.
It's a Sam Sarah. It's part of a bigger series called Daily Life.
Tweet your song.
And it's like there were several small. You can Google it. It's Daily Life Sam Sarah, and you'll see the picture of the whole piece. Or you can just do a little mini pillow, which is what I thought when I bought that. There's a bigger square in the middle, and then all these little basically it's like tweet your song, bake full pies,
drink wine, or
drink
daily
good
or something,
wine,
like kind of daily living
Yeah,
maxims.
yeah.
Tweet your song.
So
Garden daily is the big piece in the middle, and that one is probably my favorite.
Yeah.
It's got like a really
Big
pretty
florals.
floral pattern, and then you would do these all around it.
Yeah.
But they're not like, it's not like Hawk Run Hollow. They're meant to be all squished together like patchwork. It's cute. You should look it up.
it is really cute.
So the word we chose for this was daily.
Daily.
So just the word daily in a comment if you're interested in daily
Mhm.
life. Tweet your song. Cute little one. It would be a cute spring pillow or summer pillow.
Yeah. I just thought it's a cute little pattern. And I need to mention that I am so sorry,
yeah.
Sharon Mahone. You had won. How far back was this?
Oh, not that far.
Oh,
Not
I was
big.
passing the stash of my Things of Summer by Alicia Paulson.
Just
that I
end of
finished.
May.
Oh, end of May. Okay. Right before I went on vacation. And I thought I had mailed everything out before I left. And either we didn't know. No, we would have known this one.
Look how
Anyway.
cute they are all braided up. She braided your floss. Some of them.
Anyway, so I think we have her address.
Yeah,
Sharon,
we do.
yeah. So I'll be popping that in the mail. And Stitching at the Cabin, Julie, we got your message. So you'll be getting your Home Sweet Home.
Cute.
And then 2 weeks ago was this Shepherd's Bush one, which
Was
it's written down.
cheer.
Bring good cheer. Bring good cheer.
Sandy.
Okay, so
And I still
That's-
have some. Maybe this will be the magic week.
should have had you bring them over here and I would have just mailed them out for you.
I know I didn't think about it because I was packing myself and 3 girls up for school all week
Yeah.
over here.
They came over on Wednesday, so they've been here since Wednesday.
Yeah, my husband's been, so we live on what we fundraise for the work that he does for the most part, except for whatever tiny little bit I bring in, which isn't very much,
Well, you're
but
bringing
it'll
some.
go a little bit more. So
Mhm.
he's been doing fundraising all week. The girls and I did school fairly well.
I worked a
all
couple
weekend.
days.
Then we had our fun Friday. And then what did we do yesterday?
Not a whole lot. We kind of
Oh, we
relaxed.
just relaxed. Yeah.
Mhm.
Did we even go anywhere?
I went to the store. You slept.
I took a nap.
We watched a movie in the
Watched
morning.
a couple movies actually. in the
Yeah,
day.
it was just a nice
relaxing.
day.
Pizza at night. and-
Weather wasn't great.
No, wasn't rainy, but it wasn't great.
Yeah,
Kind of like today. It's like fine, but not great.
caught it up though since we started.
We're having beans. Mom broke into her COVID beans.
Do you remember my COVID beans? They're my COVID beans.
That time that you accidentally used a racial slur.
It was not. You had to really search hard to find that.
No, not that one.
Even what? The one I'm
Alright.
thinking about, Andrew said, "No, that's not even really a thing." Yeah, he
Yes,
said
it
that's
is.
not
Yes,
hardly
it
a
is.
thing. No. Anyway, I during the panic time of 2 years ago
Yeah.
bought a 25-pound bag of pinto beans because I do use beans. I mean, I do, and I figured, it sounds funny now, but at the time when you couldn't find a small package of dry beans on any of the shelves here in Seattle, when I think beans and rice and that kind of stuff is kind of basic food that you could live on for a long time. So anyway, I bought this.
I don't think it was funny that you bought it. I think it's funny that you kept buying small bags of beans rather than opening up the 25-pound bag of beans that was living in your dining room.
because they were like my
for like a year and a
they were my prepping beans in case it ever happened again.
That was your
So anyway,
emergency.
I've
bean
gotten a
ration.
lot of crap from my kids over those beans. Well, mostly from her over the beans. I have
Teaser.
crap over the rest of my family over the toilet paper that I have hoarded.
Yes, that's true too.
But I'm set. So you know who they will all come to if there's ever another national emergency. They'll be calling me and saying, "Mom, we don't have any toilet paper. Can you send some over here?"
no, we won't be, but some people might, but we wouldn't.
She would.
No, I wouldn't.
Anyway, so today I decided at the last minute, oh, my husband really likes baked beans, and I don't make them very often. I love beans. I just don't like canned
to do it.
Yeah. So I thought, oh, I could just do them in my Instapot. I know there's a recipe. So I found a recipe that looks really good, Christine's Kitchen. And I didn't have any, for once in my life, I had no small 1 pound bags of beans. I don't know where they all went. I don't use them that often. I use canned beans a lot of times because just Carrie and I. Anyway, I broke into the 25-pound bag.
She's sending some of it home with me.
Sending half of it home with Sarah.
We will eat it. I was telling her we'll probably eat mostly rice and beans for a while because food prices are so expensive. Is it like that around the States? Everywhere, right?
I think so. I kind of had a little bit of a I kind of had a reality check when we got back from vacation, or right before I went on vacation. I was like, wow, these prices really are going up. But I went to the store yesterday and I was going to buy some cheddar cheese. And now I don't know about other parts of the country, but there's a brand here. It comes out of Oregon called Tillamook, and it's like primo cheese. Like that's and I can usually get it. Usually it's on sale, or I can get it down at the discount store, and it might normally be $7.99 a pound.
Yeah.
Or for a 2 pound thing.
Yeah. 2 pounds?
Well, they're the big block.
Oh.
Are they 2.5 pound, 2.5
pounds?
Anyway, they're the big block of cheese.
Yeah.
It was $10 yesterday. And I was like, there is no way that I am going to buy a 10-pound block of cheddar cheese. So I broke down and bought Kraft.
Think about how much you would have gotten cheese. You came home with a 10-pound block of cheese.
Well, I just couldn't believe it. You know, that, and what else was really highly priced?
Yeah,
well,
that was so expensive.
Meat's insane.
I know.
Bacon? Have you priced bacon?
I know. It was kind of a big deal that I bought bacon last time.
Yeah.
It's gone up like double what it used to be at least.
Yeah. So yeah. I saw, by the way, a YouTube. It was written. It was so sweet. It's a YouTube channel called Clara's Kitchen. And it's a YouTube channel done. It was a cooking show by a 93-year-old woman.
Oh.
Her grandson was it was depression cooking. And more than that, she shared about her life and what it was like living back then. And just really, like, one of her recipes is poor man's meal. I don't even remember what's in it. She talked about they were poor, and most people were poor during the Depression. And I feel like a lot of people are feeling the crunch. Anyway, so she's got a cookbook. They did make a cookbook. It's on Amazon. It's like $22. I think you can get a Kindle version of it.
They have a cheaper version for those of us who are poor.
It's a Kindle version. It was $15. But she died in 2013. So her grandson, what happened was, he loved his Nana. He called her Nana, and but she didn't want anybody to take her picture. She didn't like. She felt old, and so finally one day she came to him and said, I want you to take, he was a photographer and a videographer, take a picture of me that's planned so that you can use that when I die as a picture, like an old picture of me and a new picture of me, like her young youthful days. So he said, I'll do that for you, Nana, if you let me do this with your cooking. And so she agreed to that. So I don't know how many episodes there are, but I just thought, I feel like people are kind of having to go back to some of that really basic food. Prepared stuff's expensive.
Yeah. We've been making all our own bread. I haven't bought bread. Well, I did buy bread. I usually buy it at our bakery outlet, and I can usually have been able to get like basically $1 a loaf, like 5 for $5 or 4 for $5. So $1.25 it went up to 4 for $5 on their bargain wall. But it's like fine quality. I put it in the freezer and we use it a little at a time. It was down to 3 for $5 now. Like that was their cheapest. And we've been doing sourdough starter. The girls wanted to, like a couple months ago. So they've kept it up. We kind of tag team on it, but I told them I wasn't gonna be able to do it just by myself. Like if I don't have time to just totally do that.
So you're basically only eating sourdough then.
So we pretty much have been eating sourdough. We make a sandwich loaf usually once a day or every other day. And then if we still have a good amount for tomorrow, we'll make bagels the next morning instead, or I've used it for pizza dough. My friend just gave me a bunch of recipes for pancakes and
because I looked at it
making our own. We still have to buy the flour, which is going up in price too, but it's still quite a bit cheaper to make your own bread than it is
Well, I was telling Sarah I was going to buy a loaf of like Oro wheat, middle of the road. It's not like Bob's crazy. What's that?
Famous Dave, or no, not
Famous
Famous
Bob,
Crazy
famous
Dave,
Crazy Dave, or whatever. I mean, that's really expensive stuff because I wanted whole wheat, and we like stuff sometimes with seeds, kind of grains on it. I'm not paying $6 for a loaf of bread. Just not.
Get out your bread maker.
I could. The problem with that is
you throw your stuff together in it.
I
You've got a
know.
great loaf of bread the next day.
I know. I don't know if I really like that kind of bread
What
in a
kind of bread?
sandwich, like my bread machine bread for sandwiches. I like store-bought bread.
Maybe you need to get a different recipe for your
I've got kinds of
bread.
recipes. They just don't stay real fresh real long.
Do you have a good bread machine recipe for like sandwich bread? Let us know in the comments.
The thing is that my bread machine makes
Well, you put
really
it in your
big.
fridge. Just put it in the fridge like you do with your bread already.
I know, but it still has got a harder texture. Like I never get a really soft
Oh,
texture. Well, it is kind of when you first take it out, but it does because there's no preservatives in it.
right.
I mean, sourdough, you're expecting it to be a little bit thicker and denser.
Right.
I don't.
Sourdough is dense.
I like a lighter bread for sandwiches and stuff.
But you don't have to do sourdough.
No, but even my regular bread machine breads are a little bit denser than I like.
Oh, I see.
I mean, I could if I had to.
You're
I
gonna
could.
just need to change your taste in this
You know
depression
what?
cooking.
There's
time.
2 of us living here, and I don't even make a sandwich every day. I do make toast though.
So you are gonna spend $6.
No, the
For a loaf of
sourdough
bread.
that I've been buying isn't $6.
Oh, you're just not gonna buy the other stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it
Or
is crazy. I just can't.
It's that and gas.
No.
Okay, guys. What was it here? It is. I paid $5.70. It was between $5.75 and $5.79.
Yeah.
The other day,
That's
I
in
can't remember
Seattle.
exactly.
It's about like that in Yakima.
I
most of
paid.
Yakima.
I only let my gas tank go down to a half because I can't. And that was $47 for half a tank
gas.
of my Mazda 3.
Yeah.
It's not like I've got some 28-gallon tank either. I think it was 6. I think I've got a 12-gallon tank. I probably put 7 gallons in, 7 gallons in. Or something. I mean, it was ridiculous.
I have a 22-gallon tank, and it cost me 80 plus now to fill up. It used to be 50 to 60 when we got it a year ago. We got that car a year ago.
And I mean, I worry about people, there are people, young people that are having to commute, like, especially in our area, people commute. Not everybody's working from home anymore. And I don't know how they're doing it, to be honest. And I told my husband the other day, I said, you need to look into our insurance policy to see if we get a discount for me not driving as much, because I don't drive. I maybe go to the grocery store in the afternoon once or twice a week to get a couple of things, and then my little trip to Issaquah on Fridays. But it's just, I don't drive that much, and I'm so thankful for that, because it's just scary to me, and there doesn't seem to be an end in sight. It just keeps going and going and going. So anyway,
we're planting a big garden at our house to hopefully offset that.
Oh, that's Austin.
Surprise.
Did you know they were coming?
Yeah.
Are they here for dinner?
Yeah.
Oh, I
Don't worry,
better.
they brought food.
Oh my gosh. Oh.
So, okay, well, maybe we should wrap up. We did giveaways. We've chatted.
My son's here that I thought was going to be gone.
Oh, hello. Okay, well, we'll see you next week. Love you.